Joining me on the phone right now, we have Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke. Good morning, and thank you for joining us.
Oh, good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure, and we're really excited to see you here in Gillette. Of course, you're opening for ZZ Top on Sunday night. It's going to be a big show. Probably this could possibly be the biggest show we've ever had here in Gillette. It's great to have you here. So tell us a little bit about yourselves. I know we have a lot of people that are excited to see you here, but for maybe the one or two that aren't familiar with Blackberry Smoke and what you guys do, tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, we formed about 15 years ago in Atlanta, and we are just a rock and roll band from the southeastern United States. We've been touring ever since. That's what we're really good at, is jumping in a vehicle of some sort and taking our music around the world. So we do have our newest album, Holding All the Roses, that we're really proud of, and it debuted at #1 on the country chart of all places, which is really cool. And at this point, we don't really differentiate between genre, because people get a little confused by that. Some people think we're a country band, some people think we're a rock and roll band. It doesn't really matter to us as long as they are calling us something. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Well, and that is funny. I mean, you guys really are one of those bands that it's hard to put you in a hole in one particular genre. I mean, you think, well, you see one song and that's Southern rock sound, and you see another one and it's got a more modern sound. You got another one sounds country. I mean, you guys really do fit with just about any kind of music.
Well, that's a sort of a nice problem to have at times, because we can't be pinned down, like you say. But then other times, we've never really received much radio airplay because of the confusion, I guess you might say. I don't know. And then, there's a whole lot of politics involved in that anyway. But we know what we can do is make the best records that we can, and go out and tour and play music for our fans. And that's what we focus on yearly,
Oh yeah, absolutely, and you really have. I mean, you've toured with the best. I mean, you just looking at the list of bands you guys have gotten to play with, I imagine every night you go out there and you perform, and then you get to see these legendary bands like ZZ Top perform. I imagine it's got to be like going to school.
It has been, yeah. We toured with ZZ Top years ago in 2008. That was the first time that we ever toured with those guys and met them. And those bands like ZZ Top and Skynyrd, they've become friends, over the years. It's kind of like they've watched us grow up, I guess, if you will. And they are gentlemen, and they are very, very positive. And they like to give advice, and they like to see a younger generation, if you will. Not that we're young by any means, but they like to see the next guys coming along. And to keep all this great music alive, this grassroots type, these grassroots type bands, not pop groups, not winners of a contest on television, bands that go out and earn it, playing for nobody for a long time, and building it up, and then you turn around and there's a couple thousand people there that know the words to the songs. That's where you get and that's what they did. They didn't have social media to help them back then. So,
well, you let the music speak for itself, and really, it kind of goes back to this idea that you don't really like to be pinned down with one genre. I mean, I've even seen clips of you playing Sabbath, which was just amazing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's all anything that's good, no matter what genre. You on our bus each night, you might hear Sabbath or you might hear Sonny Rollins. You never know what you're going to get. Next night, you'll get Flatt and Scruggs. It's just quality. Is job one.
Yeah, well, and now you mentioned your new album, Holding All the Roses. You debuted at #1 in the country charts. Obviously, you're touring to support that right now. How's that success been sitting with you?
It's fine. It really doesn't change our job we still have to go out and play the best show that we can play, for the people that are coming to see. They're paying money for a ticket. They're coming in to see the show. And most people, I would think that we play for every night could care less where our record charted. So it's like I made a joke the day that the Billboard chart for that week or that month was announced. It was like I still have to go cut my grass today, even though we have a #1 record. So, but it's good. No, I'm joking. I mean, it's a proud feeling. It's because that's like your art. We created that, and for it to succeed that way is definitely something that we're proud of.
Well, I can imagine. Hey, look, we all have to mow the grass. Now, that's one of the reasons why I moved to Wyoming. There's not as much grass to mow.
Right. Yeah, we played El Paso, Texas not long ago, and there's a friend of mine from Alabama that lives there, and she started crying when she heard us speaking, hanging around. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "You guys make me miss flowers and grass and green plants because there's nothing out there but dirt."
Yeah, it's almost like that up here. Now, you've been all over the world. If you had to pick one place that's the strangest place that you've ever played, what would you say that would be?
I would say it's Norway because we played Lillehammer, Norway, and the sun never went down. And I wasn't really prepared for that. Later, I talked to somebody about it, we were on the same rim of longitude as the places in Alaska where it stays bright for a month and then stays dark for a month. But to see that firsthand was really surreal. So, yeah, that one. Plus the people are a little odd, too, but...
Yeah, well, if you have 6 months where it's always dark and then 6 months where it's always light, I guess it does kind of get to your head sometimes.
Yeah, that'll make you weird, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, that and the weird food they eat. I don't know how you did with the food. Okay, so
this weird. Yeah, they're very strange, but we love them nonetheless.
Well, I mean, that's really cool that you get to take your music to all corners of the globe. Of course, you'll be here in Gillette Sunday night playing with ZZ Top over at Camplex. If someone that's hearing this for the first time, they've never heard of you guys, what can they expect to see when they show up Sunday night?
We're going to play a bunch of songs off, try and fit as many songs off all of our albums into an hour as humanly possible. And the guitars are going to be pretty loud. And I have this little bit of advice, or at least this request of the people of Gillette. If that venue asks you to sit down, ignore them. Stand up.
Well, I will say the crowds here are always great, and you're gonna have a lot of fun playing in front of a Gillette crowd. I want to thank you so much. Charlie, thank you so much for giving us a few minutes this morning. Charlie Starr from Blackberry Smoke. We'll see you Sunday night, okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you very